Yeah. Hi TheoCons, you might notice a little bit of difference this tonight. Oh look, there's a tram going by in the background.
Welcome to England, everyone. This is the home of Manchester, home of civilization.
Yeah, this is Manchester. So yeah, we just thought we'd try something a bit new. Try going out and about instead of being sat there in looking at our laptops all night in Carlos's trophies on his bookcase. So yes, we are in Manchester, Carlos's hometown, not too far from where I am, and we've come here for some Roman ruins.
That's not littered. It's not litter.
It's not litter. It's just Carlos is having a drink. Yeah, so we've got some Roman ruins. So I'm just going to pan round, and Carlos learnt all about these in school. What's that tower called again?
The Hilton.
Oh yeah, it's the Hilton. There's a bar up there somewhere with a
Cloud 23
with a glass floor. So yeah, so these are some Roman ruins. Well, they're not actually. They're where Roman ruins should be, but they were rebuilt in like the 80s or something like that. So Carlos, when were they originally built?
Well, I'll start how it all started. Sort of 55 BC. It's actually the anniversary, the 26th of August. Julius Caesar invaded the United Kingdom, or it was called England then. It was Brittany, and he sort of invaded the beachfront in Kent. The following year, he invaded again, and literally took 2/3 of the UK. How we started off here is, this is Mamucium, 79 AD. They came here, created a new civilization. They were here for 400 years. So this is the birth of civilization, the birth of pretty much the United Kingdom. This all started from this. Give us Christianity, urban planning, architecture, astrology, mathematics. They gave us everything. Yeah, so this is the birth.
What did the Romans ever do for us?
What did they always?
That's the Monty Python gag for you.
So that's basically, it was pretty much the start of everything. How the name comes about, yeah. Mamucium. If Andy can just pan around down here,
yeah.
If you can see, you see it, we're on hills.
In fact, I'll switch cameras round. Here we go. She's not looking at us. So there's a fort. We'll go down there in a minute and show you the entrance. The museums are all over in that direction, and down here there's some like defences.
Yeah.
These they're like moats. They don't go all the way across, but they're not quite moats. They're just like defences to stop attackers. And then there's a bit of a wall over here that's not been built so well. Obviously, you can see how wide the wall was originally, how deep it was. And we'll just go over the edge.
Be careful you don't fall, matey.
I won't fall.
Just hold you just in case.
I'm not going anywhere. But there you go. Cool, let me switch the camera back round. Cool, should we walk down there, Carlos?
Yeah, just a little history more. The name Mamucium means breasted hill, and that's how we get the name Mancunium, and that's how Manchester became derived from the name Mamucium.
Yeah, in both Welsh and Irish, it means breast or mother.
It derives from the Latin, doesn't it?
The man, yeah, the man. So you just grab your phone. Yeah, so we'll go for a walk. In fact, should we go down the steps and go through the arches? So there's also some Roman ruins over here towards the sun. We'll have a wander over there and look at those ones. Don't know where that door goes to.
Which you don't step.
Yeah, I'm alright. So yeah, if you're just joining us, we just thought we'd try something a little bit different.
We've got all this history on our doorstep. Yeah. Use it.
We've got quite a few. I'm going to walk backwards so you can see where I'm going. So I'll walk away. So it's like a double archway. They've even put like wooden doors on it, and you got some doors above, some more battlements, and no idea what that says in Latin.
So, I don't know how to follow that up.
No.
I didn't even notice that.
Never did Latin at school. Okay. So just walking through, it's going to go a bit dark now. We're also a little bit earlier because we wanted to try and catch some of the sun. Obviously, it's getting shorter.
Go down here.
Yeah, earlier nights, earlier dark nights. So, but there's some lovely places in Manchester which look amazing at night. So hopefully we'll take you to them in a few weeks.
So we're going to try something different every time.
As long as it's not raining, which is what's
That's
normal in
the
Manchester.
thing we do get in Manchester, a lot of rain.
Yeah. By the way, I can't tell if anyone's joined and anyone's watching. If you are watching, say hi in the chat in the chat room, because I can see the chat. There you go. There's another look over there.
That's it. So I got the
It's alright. I follow Carlos around, says he's trying to hide.
No, just get out the shot.
Yeah. So yeah, I can. I forgot what I was saying then. What was I saying?
Regarding
Oh yeah, yeah. I can see the chat room. If anyone is in the chat room, say hi so we know someone's watching. Hey, we're at the bottom. We're at the bottom of that wall again now. I was at the top of that earlier. We'll go up and look at the other bits of the room. We've just got to walk around this railing. We've got a couple of other things to chat about.
Well, just before we just go, you eat a lot of plant-based foods.
Yeah.
The Romans introduced 42 different plants, so they're part of your culture, part of your diet. Because literally they introduced a lot of it.
Yeah.
Probably because obviously they transporting tens of thousands of soldiers.
Yeah.
You probably need to feed them all, don't you? And
Yeah.
it probably helps with recovery.
We definitely touched on that in the Game Changers episode, didn't we? Yeah. So yeah, they obviously brought their own grains and stuff over, and obviously, once you plant something, it's hard for it to, it'll naturally drop its seeds and grow again. Nettles, I believe Romans brought over. They used to rub them on themselves to keep themselves warm.
Yeah. Oh, I think it helps with recovery as well, doesn't it? Stings and stuff like cuts.
I don't know.
Could be making that one
know.
up.
Hopefully, we won't get too many funny looks.
Two random men talking to themselves.
Yeah. So, still nothing in the chat room, so either nobody's watching. We'll stick this up on YouTube, see if it gets any watches, see if it gets any comments.
No, it's also we're just trying something new as well, because obviously we don't know if it's good, bad or indifferent yet, do we?
That's true. If you prefer to look at our faces,
Go
staring
at. I'll keep down the road just in case.
Staring at the computer screens, then yeah, let us know. Also,
we take a picture of that, or show them that.
Oh yeah, we'll come back to that because those people are there. Also, we have no idea what the quality's like. I can just see the quality looks fine on my phone.
Yeah.
It's all right on your phone.
Yeah, it looks all right. Yeah. Perfect.
So here's some more. What are these called? But again, I think they've been rebuilt.
All the structure, the actual outline, everything was there.
Yeah. I think they were rebuilt on top of it. So in the 18th century, during the Industrial Revolution, Manchester expanded massively, and literally they just flattened all this.
Yep, started all over again.
But there's some quite famous quotes and mentions of it in the 17th century, the 16th century. If you go on the Wikipedia page, Manchester Romans, you can probably find that out.
Unless you want to flip the screen and have a look.
Yeah, I'll flip the screen. Good idea, Carlos. Okay, so I'm up at the top of yet another hill. Some more defence trenches. My daughter will tell you what they were called. She's done castles in school recently.
Can you imagine the battles that used to have gone on around here?
I don't know if they had. Was there any famous battles? Or was it just in case?
Well, probably just in case, but obviously we would have had tribes back then, the northern tribes. Because we were here for 400 years, I'm sure they would have had some battles. Yeah,
that's true. They possibly did, but Wikipedia didn't sort of mention any when I had a very quick look on Wikipedia about them.
That's sort of the edge there, isn't it?
Yeah, we can.
So this is basically the birth of Manchester, really. This is it. So this small area became Manchester. We're actually about half a mile away from the city centre of Manchester, which is 1 metre below sea level as well.
Not where we are at the moment.
No, not yet.
But yeah, this fort. I'll turn my camera around again. This fort, obviously, because the Romans were based here, like a little sort of villages grew up around, because there was like the farmers and stuff, because they knew they were safe from attack, because they had the support of the Romans. Originally this was all built in wood, and for about 150 years it was just wood. Well, thinking about once 160 AD.
Yep.
It was then
Changed it because we were here for till 410 AD. I think.
Yeah,
I
think that's when they started to build it in stone, and they increased the size of it to include some of the little townships.
It started growing and growing.
So, but yeah.
Roman general Julius Aragola was the man who looked after this place. That was his name, Julius Aragola.
Yeah. So cool. We're just gonna walk down. If anyone's in the chat, say hi so we know it. People are watching.
Oh, someone's just said Bobby Shafter, evening,
Oh,
gents.
Bobby Shafter.
So just say.
Yeah, Carlos is just replying right now. Bobby, really intrigued to know if you actually know either of us two, because we have no idea who you are.
And we love all your comments as well.
Yeah.
It's like you're perfect. You ask all the right questions.
Yeah. So your chat must be responding quicker than mine.
Yep. That's it. It's just replying.
Oh, okay. Cool. So Bobby, yeah, we're just in Manchester. We're just looking at the some Roman ruins. I'm not sure what time you joined us, but you might have to switch back.
It's literally next door to the train station. Just show them the train.
Yeah, train station.
That's the Industrial Revolution. That.
Ooh. Yeah, that's the train bridge. Splits off and goes to like Warrington, Wigan.
Watch the steps, just in case. After behind his stepman as well, just in case he doesn't kill himself.
It's alright, I'm not watching the screen. I'm watching where I'm going.
I'll put this in the bin 1 second.
Alright, cool. Carlos is just cleaning his litter up. So, yeah, we'll cross. We'll go over there. It's a bit quieter. So yeah. Anyone got any questions about Romans? You want Carlos to answer? Probably not.
And they gave us Christianity as well. That's another thing. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm Roman Catholic, so they gave it to us. So they're a big part of my history.
Yeah. What did the Romans ever do for us? Carlos Garcia. That's your answer. So, obviously they were a lot more prevalent in Spain.
Yes.
And around the Med. Which is where you're from.
The last place for Christianity to touch was the Isle of Man. You know, they didn't know it existed. They just literally sailed past it.
All right. Yeah, I suppose you do have to be lucky if you don't know it's there. There's a hill on the Isle of Man. I don't think you can call it a mountain, but it's the only place in the UK where you can see Scotland, England, and Wales at the same time.
In one picture.
Yeah, you can see the mountains. You can see. I think you see like. Don't know if you see Ben Nevis itself, but you see those mountains on that edge of Scotland. You can see. Like the Lake District, and
so
then you can see
everything.
Yeah, and you can see the mountains of Wales as well. So yeah. So if that ever comes up on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, it's Isle of Man.
Give us 50%.
Yeah.
I bet people think we're talking to a phone or something.
I know. Yeah, we're just
trying something new.
We're just FaceTiming our mum. That's all it is. So
gets us out of the house for a few hours.
So if anyone's followed the podcast and the live streams, then they might know that Carlos is a bit of a World War II fan. So I had some questions prepared for tonight.
Did you?
This was spur of the moment, by the way.
It's caught me off guard.
I did have some questions for tonight. I'm just going to switch. In fact, let's go stand by the sheep. Some sheep over here. So, Carlos. True or false?
Come on.
Well, this might not be too good without my notes, actually. But there was a profile done by the Americans on Hitler. Let's have a look at this sheet. And it basically said that he was a bit of a psychopath, really. I wish I could really remember the quote, so maybe I do save this for next time when I've got my laptop in front of me. But there's a quote about literally like he would never admit that he was wrong and things like that.
Some kind of god complex and stuff like that.
Yeah, basically, there's like a profile done on him, and it was compared to it was compared to the current president because he was very much the same. It's like believes everything he says is true. Everything that comes out of his mouth is true. Never admits he's wrong. True or false?
I'm going to
that
say
happened.
true, because he was a rational monster, and when he lost the war, he didn't think he lost it. He believed Germany let him down, so that means he believed that he was right.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It was true. It was true. So the next live stream.
I've probably read 300 plus books on him and the Third Reich and World War II. So yeah,
I'll go into that. Oh, now it's down to my memory to remember what the second one was.
You caught me off guard after.
My hands going. I might have to leave it for the next one then. But there was another one. Oh, this is it, guys. Apparently, a couple of years ago, and it started circulating against recently. There's a meme that Hitler basically invented sex dolls, and the reason he invented sex dolls was to stop his troops from catching like syphilis and gonorrhea and all this. So he invented sex dolls so they could have sex with them, so they didn't go and get the local girls. True or false?
I'm going to say false. Why? Because they created the Joy Division, hence the group Joy Division called themselves. Basically, it's where the Nazis created all these brothels for all the soldiers to breed with beautiful women. So I'm going to say false.
Oh, okay. It was false, yeah. Yeah, it was.
They called it the Joy Division, hence the name, the group. From Manchester as well, Joy Division. So yeah, I know a bit about them, Hitler and Third Reich.
Cool, man.
Any more?
I've got no more. I had another couple of true or false things, but I can't remember what they are without looking.
No, it was good. You do a little bit of history. Obviously, Manchester was actually around here, not too far from here, Trafford Park, probably about 2-3 miles away. Manchester was bombed. That's where they built all the Spitfire engines, and literally, it was the Industrial Revolution, and literally, Man United ground was bombed. I think you used City's ground for about 6 years, and pretty much what Hitler says, don't hit the city centre of Manchester. He loved all the buildings, hence why they didn't blow up Paris. He wanted to keep the Midland Hotel. If you do like a search, Midland Hotel and Hitler loved all them buildings around there. Loved them all. Right. He wanted to keep them all, preserve them all.
We'll have to do city centre. We'll have to do a walkabout in the city centre, I think, next time.
Let's see if there's any questions. There's a question. I don't know any. I came across your podcast when I was looking for some sort of answers. COVID virus. Ever seen since? What's that? I'm from
a town about 6 minutes from centre of Edinburgh.
Ah, okay, that's fine. Couldn't even see it. I was going up right.
Wow. Well, funny enough, Nick is from a town from 6 minutes from the centre of Edinburgh, as well. So you might not know us, but you might know Nick.
I'll just say thanks to Bobby Shafter, because obviously we're trying to with live streaming here through our handsets as well. Yeah. So we're trying something new. Again,
I'm not getting any of the chat room comments apart from Carlos's first one for some reason. I wonder if I click the chat room. No, in fact I've just hidden the chat room.
I'll just say, any questions for us? Any questions?
Yeah.
Any questions?
If anyone else is on the chat room, is on the live stream, say hi in the chat room, because we have no idea through our mobiles if anyone's watching other than Bobby that's said
We've not got the budgets of the BBC just yet.
Yeah. We were trying to live stream through my GoPro, but that failed miserably. Couldn't connect in the end, so I ended up using my mobile, and Carlos is just monitoring the chat. But so is
there anything you want to talk about? Because I know
there's a couple of other things. So I don't think I've talked about it a lot, but I am mega film buff. Before lockdown, I was going to cinema. I was going to cinema twice a week.
You've won prizes, haven't you? Literally for going to pictures that often.
I don't think I have.
Literally.
No, they should though. They should. So I saw Tenet this week. That's a new film. It's out
about consciousness, isn't it? Is it?
No, it's. Do you know what was that film that was out a couple of years ago where you go into you go inside someone's dream and then you go inside someone's
Shutter
dream.
Island?
No, not Shutter Island. But the same guy was in it.
Inception.
That was it. So it's by the same guy as Inception, and it is. I would say it starts off. It tries to come across as just as confusing. So by the way, don't turn off. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. But if you've seen a trailer and you're going to go and watch it, you know that it's about time manipulation. I would.
Matrix-ish?
I would. No, it's not Matrixy. It's definitely real life, but it is in the same band as a time travel movie. It's not Back to the Future.
Okay.
But when you start watching it, you think, oh my god, this is going to be really confusing. And to be honest, it's not. I got my head around it first showing. I'm going to probably go and watch it a second time. But yeah, it was all right. Very very interesting concepts. Very interesting concepts. Set up for a sequel, but I don't think the guys made any sequels, so I don't think there will be one, unfortunately. But it's also got that guy Robert Patrick out of is it Moonlight, the werewolf one, the one that all the girls like about vampires and werewolves.
I'm not a movie buff, just in case. I read a lot.
The one about vampire and werewolves. Can't remember what it's
Underworld.
called.
No. Kate Beckinsale.
No, not her. That's a decent one. It's the one. I've never seen it. It's the chick flick one.
Oh, okay.
But he's going to be the new Batman as well. There's another Batman coming out. The Batman is coming out. He's the new Batman. So other films this week. Oh, literally just before I came out, I finished season 3 of Westworld. Which is again another remake of a 1970s, 1980s film. If you've not watched it, it's 3 series. It's complete. It's got a start, a middle, and an end. Talking of time travel, the first season of that is you're all over the place. You literally don't know.
Coming or going.
You don't. Yeah, and it's designed to be like that. It's very confusing, but it all just ties together. And the third season, I've literally done. There's 10 episodes. I've literally done all 10 in the last 4 days. It was that good. I really liked it.
So you basically used the whole day watching films?
No, normally it's at night. So I start watching at about 8 o'clock and I stop at about 12.
So just a good 4-hour blast.
Yeah. And then
it's like watching Titanic again.
And then I had sort of like one episode left, so I blasted it just before I went out.
It's getting dark around here, so you start getting all the weirdos.
Yeah, we've just still got light on us at the moment. Talking of old films, this is another film I wanted to mention. Smokey and the Bandit 2. You must have seen that, Carlos.
No, I've not seen that one.
Oh my god.
No, I've not seen it.
I didn't realise. Well, obviously I knew, but you're not going to get a film anywhere that's got Burt Reynolds, who, back in the day, amazing films. Loved them as a kid. I just got just as much fun watching it. You had Burt Reynolds, you had Jackie Chan, didn't speak a word of English in it.
Still can't speak English.
But that was on purpose. That was quite good. You had Jackie Chan. You had the guy who plays Jaws in James Bond. You had who's the boss? Not the boss. Fred Astaire. Yeah, Fred Astaire was in it.
What, the singer, dancer?
Yeah. He was playing like this mafia boss type character. Fred Astaire's in it. Absolutely tons of people. And it was on the other night, and it was repeated again the day after. So I think it was on Friday.
So I can watch it then. I'll have to watch it.
It was on Saturday. Yeah. It's I recommend Cannonball Run 1 because that's the original. But yeah, just classic pure fun. The best thing about those films is at the end of the film when you have all the outtakes. That was one of the first ones where you had all these funny outtakes.
I've got someone says Twilight.
Oh, Twilight, that was it. Twilight, yeah.
Thank you.
Never watched him.
Twilight.
Who is that?
Twilight. No, Twilight.
That was D. Garcia. Probably a relation.
Could be. Twilight. I think. Thank you. Just put. So we'd live.
Bobby Shafter, Loch Ness Monster. Being a bit of coverage regarding recent sightings. Yes, I believe so. Nessie is on my list, to be honest.
We're going to visit that place,
yeah. Definitely, yeah. Not to visit, but to talk about on the podcast.
Recent sightings. There has to be, because they say they can fit the entire world's population in Loch Ness 3 times over.
Yes.
So that's huge. And things can live down there forever.
Yeah.
Hibernate.
I think that when they worked out that population, it was a few years ago, because when I was...
Oh, it's based on 7 billion people.
No, it was. No, because they were saying the same thing when I went to the Loch Ness Museum, which is on the north bank of the Loch Ness. And I was I was about 15.
So if you even take 2 billion off, that's so that's 5 billion, just for example.
I think we were about 4 billion back then.
Were they?
Yeah, we've doubled in 30 years.
Yeah, we've done some serious breeding, haven't we?
Yeah. So maybe 1.5% of the world's population now. I think they said it's scarily deep. For me, this is without any research. I mean, again, I think we'll cover it again, so don't go in too deeply. I know that there's some massive eels in Loch Ness. So I don't know if it's that, but yeah, we'll cover it again. I'm just gonna get selfie mode with the sheep. There we go. Let's mix it up. Cool. So I'm surprised how light it still is on my camera. Yeah, because it is getting pretty dark here.
We're just sort of like hovering near car parks and stuff like that. We're some like burglars or what do you call it? Or what do the people call it? Fucking.
So what about COVID? What about COVID update? Because the first case confirmed case in where was it? A repeat case.
It was and I just
South America, wasn't it?
It was. I was reading some literature last night about Ecuador. Ecuador, yeah. So they found there's a couple of things. It could have been diagnosed incorrectly first time round.
Yeah.
Or
second time round.
So we have to think now, because if you can get it again, what does that mean then?
Yeah.
That means it's never going to go away.
No. Well, what that means.
It's mutated.
What that means is, the only answer is a
immune system.
Is a inoculation then, isn't it?
So that means Bill Gates will push through his vaccine even further.
Yeah.
Because in Australia, they're going to have to. It's going to be compulsory unless it's critical. You don't have to take it.
But I thought,
we'll look at it. So
all right, go. Australia was a bit like that though, wasn't it? It was they're very strict with border control and everything. They're hyper.
If you want to emigrate there, you have to have so many points.
Yeah. But yeah, I do remember that they weren't sure, but they thought someone in China had got it a second time. That was when we went into lockdown quite early on.
China, you probably can't believe a lot of their figures because you can't even believe their first figures. But someone like Ecuador, obviously we just assume it's a poor country, but could they have been misdiagnosed first time round?
I think this way's just as dark as going through there, by the way.
Sorry.
It's all right. Yeah. We're just having a wander back up to the other, just so we're moving, I think.
Yeah, just keep going.
Yes, that's interesting. I tell you what annoys me is loads of people. I mean, Manchester's been in a lockdown, and it still is in a lockdown, isn't it? But
certain areas are going to be
certain areas are in lockdown. My area's just come out of it because they're doing it more locally based, council managed now. But saying all that, the amount of stuff that went on about the mask wearing, after we did our David Icke chat,
yes,
loads of people banging on about it, and just really annoys me. That just get on with it, and just get on with it, and just wear a mask. It's what hardship is it really?
Watch the steps.
Oh man.
This is the other side.
Yeah, because whether they work or not, there is absolutely no science to prove that they do or they don't, because no one's done enough with the research.
Here's where the archers would have gone.
Right. Carl's is back in Roman mode. So yeah, there's been no research done whatsoever to prove or disprove it. But without a doubt, if you've got something over your face, you're limiting to some degree, even if it's 5%. You're limiting to some degree you breathing shit out and you breathing shit in. So if everyone's doing it, just crack on and do it. Just get on with it.
But it's making other people safe around them. Even though I don't wear a mask, but I still wear it when I'm in public. Say if I'm going into shopping centres and stuff like that, I still wear it. I've got my mask here just in case.
We were both wearing masks before we started the
just in case.
Yeah, the podcast. But but we just keeping a distance and
just seeing how it goes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But no, it's just now it's getting dark now, so everyone's like looking at us. We've even got sleeping bags on the floor here, so the homeless must live here as well.
Yeah, I think we're in someone's sleeping spot. So let's have a shot of the Hilton again.
The Hilton Hotel.
Hilton Hotel. quite a landmark if you're driving into Manchester. You spot that because of the what is the thing on the top? I know it makes a lot of noise because of the wind. Apparently, a lot of the people who lived up there used to complain.
I've been told it could be solar.
I don't think it's solar.
Oh no, I know what I think it is. It's to make it the biggest building.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, just to add a few more than probably 20.
Oh, like when they put stuff on top of like the Empire States and things like
just
that.
To make it bigger. The guy who designed that is called Ian Simpson. He actually, instead of taking payment, he says give him. You see right at the top there.
Yeah.
He said give him the penthouse for free. So he didn't charge the build. He said I'll do the architecture. Don't pay me. The same guy, Ian Simpson, has designed all the other buildings in Manchester as well.
Wow.
So he's clearly he knows where all the bodies are buried. He's very good at his job.
Yeah, no, yeah, and that must be worth a bit because he could just sell that when he wants paying,
Oh,
he could live in it.
About 4 or 5 million. That's worth.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That. But yeah, a lot of the residents apparently complained when the wind hits that. When the wind hits that grill, it makes a lot of noise.
And I read somewhere from say 24th floor and above, it's bulletproof or something like the windows. I don't know if that's just one of them weird facts, which is not real, but I read somewhere.
Surely you need the ones lower down to be bulletproof.
Or it might
You're
be
gonna
the
shoot
way
a
around.
bullet from here.
But no, so let's turn around here. Yeah. There's no door here, just there is a door here, but Brian?
What are you gonna do? Hello? So cool.
See if the chat.
If anyone
there's one of those. I've tried to keep it up.
Oh.
COVID, I've got a friend who works in A&E. They were tested and confirmed COVID positive back in March. Recent look trials, antibody, test for immunity, tested all sorts. They were told basically there was no immunity after 3 months of having it.
all right, so you lose your immunity.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So that basically means.
Sort of makes sense.
So does that mean we'll have to?
Well, you catch a cold every year, don't you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But this is meant to be lethal. That means we're gonna have to wear masks for the rest of our lives.
Well, I said in episode 1, the COVID episode 1, it's life's never going to be the same again.
Commander Kremen. Can't see that.
Commander Kremen.
Yeah. Can't see it. It's getting dark.
I think I know who he is.
Sorry, I'm not being ignorant. Don't worry.
Right.
Trying to reply back to these questions are coming in now. So.
Definitely light dropping now. So yeah, if you're from around and about Manchester, or you want to know anything more about the UK,
he says, "Where are you going?" So obviously,
where we're going? We're not going anywhere.
We're just travelling around.
We're wandering around. You obviously joined the.
Just walk around there. You can see the wall on the other side.
Cool.
Oh,
So,
do you know what? This thing here where the information.
Oh yeah, we probably can't read it in this light. So where we are now actually is literally a stone's throw from, if you any Corrie fans out there.
Yes.
Nah, you're a Corrie fan, are you?
No.
Oh.
It's just literally you are right. You're from around.
Yeah, Coronation Street. And Granada Studios used to be an excellent tour. I don't know why they ever stopped it, why it finished, because it was a great day out.
They sold the land.
I know they sold it, but
it's worth a lot of money.
sure. I imagine it is, but surely that tour it's just
they just
like
picked
having
up
an Alton Towers.
They just moved it over to Trafford Park now, didn't they, or something?
Yeah, but they've not got the tour anymore, so I'm just swapping hands. They've not got the tour anymore.
So this is
So
it.
yeah, this is Castlefield.
So, yeah,
I don't know if my camera's reversed actually. They might not be able to read that. It does one of them things that reverses your camera. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Let's try that one.
There we go. This is the Western Wall and Granary.
Yeah, they're here for like 400 years. Well, obviously Julius Caesar came here 55 BC, and that just shows they cut off. Obviously, they couldn't invade Scotland, so they built Hadrian's Wall, didn't they? Just cut them off.
Yeah.
The Scots didn't exist, basically. Imagine if you were a time traveller. If you're talking about that film, time travelling. Imagine if you go back and just see.
I didn't say it was time travel.
Travel time.
No.
So,
Well, technically it was. Technically it is a time travel. Oh, we've got stuff on the other side as well.
just check this. Was it? Don't be pushing anyone in the canal when he talks.
Who's this?
That's Commander.
Oh, Commander Kremen's very chatty at the moment.
Money talks.
I don't know who. I don't know. Money talks.
Go pushing the canal.
Um,
If people realise what that thing is, because in Manchester they've had it's like 80 odd deaths in Manchester, or people either pushed in or fallen in or drowned in the
yeah,
Manchester Ship Canal.
you mentioned this to me. Nick mentioned it to me.
And
My
you never
brother
knew-
mentioned
you
it
never
to
knew
me.
about
I had
anything
no
about it.
idea what they're on about.
They even did some kind of documentary on it.
But are the authorities convinced it is now a serial killer?
No, they literally just think...
Or do they think it's just all accidents,
They
people
think-
falling in the lock?
They're saying that it's probably people coming out of clubs, off their heads on fucking substance abuse, drunk, falling into the canal, smacking their heads and drowning. But it's about, you're looking at about 80 odd deaths now. So it's the...
Yeah. And I wonder if they all started at a certain time.
It
and
was
the
all
frequency
sort of,
and-
all started near a lot of the deaths and bodies were found near the gay village,
Yeah.
and then it started moving up across the Manchester
Which is
Ship
called
Canal.
Canal Street because it's got a canal that goes right up the middle of it. So.
So obviously they're youth kids and that.
Yeah.
So we just pan out on that and
All right. Okay. There we go.
So
I'll
we'll
do it
probably
that way. Just the other side of the Roman. Yeah.
so we'll have to touch on that, because obviously there's like 80 odd deaths, and the police and the authorities, unless they're telling the public there's nothing to look at, don't worry about, and then they're looking behind the scenes, because it's 86 people. That's a lot of people over about 15-20 year period.
Well, it might be that just like those deaths, we're getting a bit dark here, just like those deaths that I mentioned on the last live stream, that those couples that were getting killed and someone's found a link between them. Maybe that some pathologist will look into these and create a link, but...
So Commander Kremlin said Birmingham has more canals in town and nowhere near the number of mysterious drownings.
Yeah, but they don't have Manchester lager louts, do they, mate?
Plus the Manchester
off
scene
their
is a
head.
club scene. It's renowned for its drug scenes and people coming out of clubs at like 9 o'clock in the morning. And obviously, because if you fall into, because it's a quick way of walking home if you're not getting a taxi, and you can easily fall in, because literally, so it's probably about a metre width. So if this is a canal, so it's probably about a metre, and if you're stagnant, easy go in.
Carlos could reenact it and fall down this defensive ditch, and I'm not helping him out.
If I go down there, I'll probably...
Don't get down there, you won't get out of
I won't
that.
get back up. So I tell you what, let me see if we can get back out.
Right, can someone record this, because you've been framed.
You're gonna film me now.
Yeah, you've been framed. We might get 250 quid, and we'll split it between everyone on the chat.
Right, we'll go down now. Well, I'm invading. Sword out.
I don't know if we can hear you. He's pretend he's got a sword.
I've got a sword now, and I go, and then straight up. Slipped.
Right, and this is why Carlos did not get a part in Game of Thrones, people. Yeah, that is exactly why. Yeah, cool, man. So what time are we on?
There's 1 second, just let my phone in. We're on 8:30.
Wow, I didn't think we'd go an hour. I didn't think my
Well,
battery.
45 minutes as well.
I didn't think my battery would last.
Just 1 second.
Oh,
So
was
what's
it 7:45?
7:45.
7:40. All right. Okay, we're in 45 minutes. So no, that's cool.
I enjoyed this. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It gets us out.
So yeah, link in the bio. You know how to ping us, get us on Twitter or something like that. If you want to, any comments, any suggestions where you want us to go next, things you want us to talk about. Don't forget to follow. I'm sort of going that way there, Carlos. Yeah, don't forget to follow on Twitch and subscribe and blah blah blah. And once I chop the first 5 or 6 minutes off the front of this. Sorry, there's a train going past. Yeah, I'll upload this to YouTube as well. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Right,
Any last comments in the chat room?
No, that's it.
Nothing. All right.
Right,
Cheers,
see you,
guys. See you soon.